Hi all. Following the co-construction pedagogy, now this video will deal with modeling as an instructional pedagogy. At the end of this video, you will be able to define modeling as a teaching pedagogy, comprehend and apply the theoretical outline of modeling in teaching, infer the role of educator in modeling, devise strategies to model language among children in ECE setting. To define modeling, modeling is a process by which an educator acts as a model by displaying or demonstrating a behavior, skill or attitude so that the child imitates the same. Educators do have a significant role in acting as a model for children. They are said to be the powerful models for children, as it is with them the children in their early years start to build positive relationships. Now let us look into the theoretical framework of modeling. The teaching pedagogy modeling, it has its base in Bandura's observational learning. Bandura had stated that most human behavior is learned observationally through modeling. From observing others, one forms an idea of how new behaviors are performed, and on later occasions, this coded information serves as a guide for action. Now, what is the belief of Bandura's observational learning? Children behave by observing and imitating others. But do remember that children do not perform a behavior just by watching. However, their knowledge gets expanded and they learn the behavioral choices of others and the consequences of those behaviors, no matter if the child demonstrates the observed behavior or not. For a child to just imitate the witnessed behavior, reinforcement that the behavior has received serves as an impetus. Children are more likely to copy behavior if there is a positive reinforcement. This is where the modeling as an instructional strategy is covered within the theoretical framework of operant conditioning put forth by Skinner. And what is the belief of Skinner? Behavior that is followed by the pleasant outcome is likely to be repeated, and behavior followed by the unpleasant outcome is less likely to be repeated. For example, a child overhears another child speak not so child-friendly words. He may learn the new words, but may not use those. However, if the child who uttered those words receives some sort of positive reinforcement, such as a smile or any kind of acceptance, maybe in a different context, the observing child may start using those words. At the same time, if the child witnesses a negative reinforcement, such as scolding, copying or imitating those words, will not happen. And now, let us understand what is the educator's role as a role model. Now, who is a role model? Yes, of course, a role model is a person to whom you look up to and want to be like. Beyond this, a role model is someone with whom you want to connect with. The relationship between the educator and the children in their early childhood years is so special as a child looks at them as a role model. Hence, the role of an educator as a role model must be executed with care. Imitation is a way through which a young child learns to interact with others and behaves within society. So, the educator should take up a crucial role by considering modeling as second nature to mold and develop positive behaviors in children. The following section would give you some general tips for an educator towards positive modeling. As it is the responsibility of the educator to ensure that every child is provided opportunities to experience modeling positively, the following tips would help you as an educator to practice modeling in the ECE setting. First is to surround children with positive models. Take care of the surroundings of the child. Provide only constructive and positive situations that allow them to copy positive behavior. And second is to encourage positive behaviors. When you happen to notice a positive behavior in a child, don't forget to acknowledge, encourage and praise the child, as it serves as a positive reinforcer, strengthening the desired behavior. The most important is eliminate negative influences. Eliminate or at least limit the negative experiences that the child is exposed to. This should be in practice even when the child is out of the campus. So, work along with the parents to achieve the goal. For example, caution parents in not permitting the child to watch aggressive TV shows, as a child imitating the violent behaviors learns to be aggressive. The next step that we can provide is convert negative modeling as a teachable moment. Though you take care of eliminating negative influences, and even when a child witnesses some negative modeling, take it as a teachable moment. Talk to the child about it and make them understand what is acceptable and what is not. And you, the educator, do as you say. You are the child's first role model. The child watch and learn from you every day. So do, behave and perform as you want the child to do, behave and perform. Now let us understand how modeling helps in language. Modeling is one of the most effective instructional strategy to foster language development among the children in their early childhood years, and it is referred to as language modeling. Researchers had proved that constructive language modeling has a strong positive relationship with the achievement of children in every domain of learning and development. Following are the ways by which an educator can provide effective language modeling. To engage children in a frequent, extended one-to-one conversation. For example, the educator and the child can take turns in giving feedback on what the other has said. Next is carefully listen, prompt with questions, but take care, you should minimize the number of questions and wait for a response. The questions posed should be open-ended so that it stimulates discussion. For example, ask a child, why did the tall tower built by you with the building blocks fell? The next way is try to repeat what the children say. At the same time, expand their conversation. Then also regularly use advanced and new words that the child doesn't apply to converse. The last is absorb the communication between children and provide support for the same. For example, in a pretend play session, the child pretends to cook and serve vegetable soup to the educator. The educator should use this opportunity to model language for the child to learn something new as per the conversation that's given to you. The child, while conversing, says, here is a vegetable soup I made for you. The educator says, thank you so much dear, so nice of you. The child says, it is hot. Educator again. She says, is it? Yes, I can see the steam rising from the cup. I will sip it slowly so that it will not scald my lips. Now child asks, hearing to the educator, she asks, what is scald? Educator would say, yes, I don't want to burn my lips. In this 1 minute one-to-one conversation between the educator and the child, the educator advances the vocabulary of the child by introducing new words like steam, rising, sip and scald. At the same time, certain science concepts were also introduced. Also, the educator had expanded the meaning of a new word. So, this is how a language modeling can be used.